One Piece chapter 1051, we talk about how the Wano arc will end and what will happen after that. Also, only a small percentage of the people who watch our videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. Please enjoy this video, let's go! The new One Piece chapter begins where the last chapter ended. The people of Wano are running away from a dragon they mistook for Kaido, who of course is really Momonosuke. But they all then quickly realize that this is a mistake. Suddenly Komurasaki and Denjiro are standing in front of them, and to everyone's surprise, Kinemo as well, together with all the remaining 9 red scabbards. Everyone who was thought to have died 20 years ago is now standing in front of them alive. Then we see how the projectors from all regions of Wano Kuni broadcast the video live from the capital. At the same time, Yamato introduces herself to the Straw Hats as the son of Kaido and calls herself Kozuki Oden. Furthermore, she announces that from now on, she will accompany them on their ship. Of course, it's not up to her to decide, and as Jinbe said, Luffy has the say who gets to join the crew. But I doubt very much that Luffy would have anything against Yamato joining the Straw Hats. She fought side by side with Luffy. She also fought alone against Kaido in the War of Wano. She contributed a great part of the overall victory, and above all, she also won Luffy's trust. There's nothing in Wano that Yamato cares about. She has no family except Kaido, whom she herself despises. She has no real friends, and all she has left is the dream of Oden. Furthermore, she is of course a very strong addition to the Straw Hats in terms of her power, which they will definitely need in the coming arcs. There's absolutely nothing to prevent Yamato from becoming a full-fledged member of the Straw Hat pirate crew. It would really surprise and shock me if something were to happen so that Yamato would not join. I think we can all agree on that. Then we see Chopper taking care of Luffy and Zoro, who are both lying unconscious on the ground. What's interesting is that at the moment Chopper only wonders if Luffy will be okay, but didn't mention anything about Zoro. However, I doubt that this means Zoro is okay, but simply that we saw Chopper's thoughts at the moment when he was taking care of Luffy. Maybe he already checked Zoro's condition and will reveal what's going on with him in the next chapter. Or maybe he doesn't know what's going on with Zoro, or will take care of him right after he takes care of Luffy. The point is that Zoro's injuries were highlighted since many months, and that he is not in a normal critical condition, but that there's something going on about Zoro that we do not understand yet. We definitely know that he was on the verge of dying. He literally looked death in the eye and saw the Grim Reaper. Later he was then picked up by Frankie, who confirmed that Zoro is indeed dying and will not survive if Chopper does not treat him in time. So this is definitely a topic that will gain great relevance in the next chapters. Maybe we will even find out what the Grim Reaper is all about. As we have mentioned many times, it's quite possible that what's going on with Zoro has something to do with Enma, because in the Buddhist religion Enma is something like the Grim Reaper, which fits perfectly with what Zoro saw. So it could have been some kind of pact between him and Enma. This means that no matter what condition Zoro is in at the moment, when he wakes up, he could be stronger than ever. We expect some huge changes, but we will probably not notice them until the next fight. Maybe even when Zoro has recovered and starts his typical training. Let's just hope that whatever happens to him doesn't change his personality or his goals. So nothing that could cause problems between him and Luffy. That will be the last thing the Straw Hats need right now. However, I highly doubt that this is the case. I think it will only have something to do with an enormous power-up. Something that might put him on the level of an emperor. I'm not even joking. Zoro about to surprise us all. Furthermore, this chapter revealed that the effect of Tama's ability wears off as soon as the next moon rises, so the effect lasts for about a month. Whether this might be relevant at all can possibly be seen in the effect on the people affected by this technique. Animals that are tamed with the Dangos become servants of the user. Normally, however, the Dangos have no effects on humans. But there's an exception for those who have eaten a functional smile fruit and have therefore taken on an animal attribute. So a large part of Kaido's pirate crew, which was also the majority of those who ate Tama's Dangos. So what will happen in about a month is that all those beast pirates who were tamed by Tama will return to normal, and that of course could be problematic considering that they are part of Kaido's crew. So not necessarily the nicest people. Tama explains that some will stay with her voluntarily and others will return to the way they were. But I think this will not be a problem once the samurai regain control of Wano. However, judging by the loving interaction between Tama and the beast pirates, it looks like many will actually stay in Wano and possibly even become part of the alliance that will later fight on Luffy's side against the world government in the final final war. So Oda lets Luffy's alliance get bigger and bigger to slowly prepare for the biggest war in One Piece. Of course, this shows us that the other side will also be very strong. The only reason Oda is increasing Luffy's alliance so drastically most likely has something to do with Dr. Vegapunk's latest invention. What this invention is and how powerful it is a mystery at the moment, but considering the number of pirates that Luffy is slowly bringing to his side, it's quite possible that it's something like a new cyborg, because that way they can just produce a large number to keep up with the number of pirates. Perhaps the secret weapon also has something to do with a special devil fruit. We know that Vegapunk was certainly behind a particular fruit that he was trying to reconstruct. This one fruit was so important to him that he even considered the fruit that Momonosuke ate a failure, even though it was a successful reconstruction of one of the most powerful fruits in the world. If Vegapunk managed to recreate, for example, Luffy's fruit and give it to a bunch of new cyborgs, then the pirates in One Piece have a huge problem. And honestly, there are many indications that Vegapunk had exactly that in mind. Like for example, the document we saw from Dr. Vegapunk showing Luffy's devil fruit, or the side effect of the smile fruit, which was part of Dr. Vegapunk's research, because the smile is the main attribute of Luffy's devil fruit. Maybe it is not an unwanted side effect, but a feature that Vegapunk added on purpose when trying to reconstruct Luffy's fruit. So we can assume that because of the immense number of pirates on Luffy's side, Vegapunk might have created new powerful cyborgs to keep up with that number, and because of his devil fruit research, it might even have something to do with Luffy's devil fruit. Sounds really dangerous. The focus turns back to the projection where we see the silhouette of Momonosuke in his adult form standing in front of the entire country. Then he begins the legendary speech that will forever go down in the history of Wano as the country's greatest moment. This is the birth of a legend. Momonosuke begins with the words, "It has been 20 years since my father Kozuki Oden died. You did well for enduring through those dark years. From tomorrow onwards you are free, no more slaves. And you can drink and eat until your stomach is full, every day. The days of Orochi's regime with the fear of Kaido are over." And then he officially announced to all of Wano the existence of the ninja pirate Mink Samurai alliance that liberated this land. He says that from today, he, Kozuki Momonosuke, will rule over Wano. And at the end of the chapter, the narrator says that we are now witnessing the birth of the great Shogun of Wano, Kozuki Momonosuke, who will later be known and famous far and wide throughout the world. This indicates that Momonosuke will play a big role in the final war of One Piece, so that everyone in the world will know his name, along with Luffy, probably one of the most important people in the future. And consequently, the Wano arc is as good as over. All that's left is the revelation of why Momonosuke has decided not to open the borders of Wano yet, and what is it about the world government that is currently on its way to Wano. And of course, what will happen to Zoro? Soon we will most likely learn more about Wano in relation to the poneglyphs, as they are of course essential for Luffy's journey. The next few chapters will be very important and interesting. What do you think will happen in the next One Piece chapter? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, leave a like. And if you want to see more One Piece videos, subscribe to our channel with the notification bell activated so you won't miss any of our new videos. Thanks a lot and see you next time. Bye.